Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Sit where I'm sitting, sip what I'm sipping, spit what I'm spitting. Take a listen to what they kicking. It ain't a topic that's out there that's too specific. We gon' talk about it and they gon' listen. This here's a revolution for all I mentioned. This here's some Novocaine just to numb your system. Weekly dosage issues, get your prescription. Life and fan, but we ain't missed it. Let's do 6 rings of red, ass Mike and Pip. You got a topic, how to spit. We gon' rip. It's season 7 coming to you live. We up in this. Hey, season 7. We up in this. Life gon' be life, okay? 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 Life gon' be life, okay?
We talking life. 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 We talking life.
Season 7, you ready?
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Life Be Life and podcast. Back up on the scene, nah, I mean. I'm your host, Tony D.
I'm your host, D to the J. Still in the building like I ain't never left.
It's your girl, Gold Ethers.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's happening here?
Who went?
No, how I get in here? Where we at?
Look,
Introducing,
man. Hey, the newest lifer, certified lifer, Gold Ether. She got her own show coming up very soon. Go ahead and talk to him, Gold.
Yeah.
It's an honor. I appreciate the two of you and the family, the extension, the gift, the honor of being here and being heard. And that's what Gold Ether is. Gold Ether, I'm more than just a name, you know. I'm a mother, I'm purpose, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a natural herbalist, I'm a minister, I'm a notary. And I'm also a voice for the people that's overlooked, underestimated, and counted out. You understand? We touching hearts, we touching health, we touching prison reform, we touching love, we touching wonderful marriages, we touching divorce, we touching 2 homes in one, we touching everything in real time. Because like y'all say, life be lifing, but what if life is lifing? Are you hurting somebody or are you helping somebody?
That's good stuff.
I'm here to speak. I'm here to bring a lot of good people, good interviews, and good real-time, real-life situations dealing with everything we deal with: love, life, law, health, and definitely some good music.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Look out for Ether Speaks coming in August.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
What it is, boy?
Feel like it is.
Hey, they ain't ready.
Game 1.
They ain't ready.
At home. It's showtime. And I'm dunking everything.
You hear me?
I'm catching everything out the glass. Nothing but bodies. Old school, big dog. If you down here, it's violent.
Indeed.
It's going down.
Going down.
What are we talking about tonight, man? It's so much energy. Let's get this thing cracking.
Hey, real quick before we jump in, because so we don't have to look back. Hey,
true.
Shout out to our WAVU people out there.
55.
Of course, you can hear us every Tuesday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. So on your morning drive, download that online radio app. Look for WAVU 55. Shout out to everybody there. Also, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, we have developments. We got our own app. Now, you can scan the QR code that you see on your screen now. Jump into the app because as this is the season finale for season 7, when we come back in October for season 8, we're going to be exclusively live on our app. That's how you go catch us and all the other 6 shows coming. Want to know who's coming? I could tell you, but you can download the app.
Get on that app.
Hey, let's run this disclosure, man. Let's get
run it. Hey, did you talk about the Roku?
Oh, boop, boop. Thought I forgot you.
Cable.
Still on Roku.
Yeah.
So check it out. Our Roku channel, it is definitely being developed. As God has put things before me, the app just kind of took off and running on its own. So I did kind of pivot shortly, but I'm not forgetting about that Roku app because, hey, life is always gonna be life, and whether you in the car, you can pull up the app, you at the crib, you can pull up, you know what I'm saying, your Roku TV and our channel on the phone, flip through the children stuff that's coming, the exclusive music videos, like
but
we
that's a
running this
blessing.
race,
But that's
fam.
a
We
blessing.
getting it in. So
Yeah.
you ready?
Disclosures?
Let's
The
bring
views
it
and
in.
opinions expressed on the Life Be Life and podcast are solely those of the artists, producers, guests, and hosts of the show. Any numbers, stats, or stated resources that are given, we do ask that you verify that information for yourself.
Yo, this is Ryan the Gamer, owner of the Snack Boys. You are now tapped into Life Be Life podcast.
They care about team too. Life be life, no cap.
Hey yo, life be lifing, so let's talk about it. Tune in now.
Man, if y'all haven't been tuned in to the Life Be Lifing podcast, y'all sleeping.
Back up on the scene, I mean.
Yeah, you heard him. We back up on the scene.
Like that.
Hey, our title tonight, man, is music. So we've been talking about this show just for a little bit, and even just this morning, as I'm thinking about the title itself, I feel like that a lot of music is really making us sick.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Tony D? I'm so glad you asked. I feel like we're in the age of a product of our own doing, because I specifically remember the censorship campaign in the 80s and 90s to where they were already telling us, hey, some of this music ain't fit for your kids.
Yeah.
And if you go let your kids listen to it, that's a choice you will have to make as a parent. Unfortunately, as technology has not even advanced, but it's leaped exponentially. Now our kids have cell phones, they have tablets, they have everything at their fingertips, bro.
Yeah.
And you talked about it several times on past shows, man, of why are we letting the internet raise our kids?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to dive into that tonight, bro. Hey, kickoff, catch your return.
Yeah, so, my input on it's going to come from a different perspective, ideally because, I come from that regular rap world. You growing up, you listening to whatever, sneaking and listening to Ghetto Boys, and your lyrics every time you writing, it's got cussing in it, and it wasn't even until I came across somebody. Shout out to Henny the Business, who as young cats was like, hey, let's get these lyrics cleaned up. So I know what it's like to be influenced by particular music, and then also to get into church and understand that music has a purpose, that music has a root source.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And when I'm talking about purpose, understanding that me as an artist, when I create music, the lyrics are based upon where I am at that particular point in life.
Indeed.
So everybody know, I'm a Taurus. I'm the youngest child. I'm spoiled by everybody, from my wife, my sisters, even you, bro. I'm spoiled, and so sometimes I'm not the most stable emotionally. I'm going a while out. You know what I mean? And that's just a product of you all. So understanding that at that point, then when I go to write music, and that's in my heart, that's where them diss records come from. When I'm over consumed with love, and that's where that type of music comes from. So I say all that ideally just to say that music was created by the author, the writer, with some type of an intention. And we just got to be really mindful of what we're allowing the kids to take in, understanding that, you might want them to be more well-rounded when it comes to music, but how are you monitoring or managing that intake?
Yeah, and that is right there, bro. I think that's part of the problem, because I remember specifically when we were teaching the village mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now the village can't say nothing to your kids.
Correct.
I remember specifically
that's because the people that's supposed to be taking care of the kids ain't too much older in a lot of instances, and their mindset is spot on with it.
Yeah.
So the village need to be talking to both of them.
You hear me? Exactly. I remember, man, where, as I alluded to earlier in the show, to where, even on the box, certain videos and things, we know what the explicit version was, but it
Indeed.
was cut down. And sometimes on uncut, you may catch a
Indeed.
couple of words or a couple of cheeks or a couple of peaks. But even then,
Shout out to Nelly. Shout out to Nelly. I'm gonna tell you what, boy. And I look, my bad. My bad. I don't mean to intercept, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I wasn't even in St. Louis that long. I ain't know nothing about no St. Louis music. But one morning turned over. And that TV was on that BET.
Man.
And man, listen here. I got me a debit card the next day. Go ahead, bro. Apology. Shout out to Nelly.
Hey man, where was we at? Anywho. But no, even for as a child to even gain access, see, follow me. We knew that what we were watching, we wasn't supposed to watch.
True.
Even the little squiggly channel. Yeah, if you know, you know.
You sure do.
Shout out to the squigglies everywhere.
Hey now.
But
name my first dog after him.
You hear
Shout out to Playboy.
So
rest in peace.
You knew as a child that this was not something you were supposed to be watching. So you knew what you're doing. I mean, wrong, but you had to go out of your way to get access to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were caught, you knew, you were exposed to something you had no business being.
Yeah.
But nowadays, because every child has a YouTube account that some parent has set up for them.
Yep.
Every child has a phone in their hand before they can even read, write, or know their own name.
Yeah.
You're Man or Susie Q.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not your name.
Yeah.
I digress. So now we've made it so accessible. We bucked the system then when the government was already saying, all right, we're trying to tell you what's coming. The government always tell you what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we want our freedom. And okay, here it goes.
Yeah.
So now as the music started flooding and the internet was coming, it's now in every home.
Mm-hmm.
Children these days will walk through singing, listening to words with foul language. I mean, like, not just, I'm talking about multi-layered.
Right. Not just, we ain't talking about just compounds.
Or conjunctions and run-on sentences.
Yeah, making up stuff.
And not flinch.
Yeah.
And I feel like we as parents, even then, we're listening to it, some of us, and we're allowing them to listen to it in their environment. There's been several interviews from artists themselves. Hey, do you allow your child to listen to the music? No, I don't. I want my kids to be kids. So now we've gotten the other warning from the artists themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I know my music that I'm putting out is not progressive, but it's catchy and it's going to make some dollars because it's just a song.
Yeah.
But it's really not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't say adults can't listen to you, an adult. You can now make your own choices. You know right from wrong. But to constantly put that mindset in their subconscious that, scamming, stealing is okay. And I'm not trying to pinpoint and target nobody in our conversation. You heard the disclosure. I'm just simply saying what it is.
Absolutely.
We are showing our kids baddies to where you really can't really have no best friends. I feel like best friends now are by the wayside. Whereas me in my 40s, I have a best friend since first grade.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, 35 years plus. You don't hear that no more because they always banking. They always plotting on each other. But I feel like it's the mentality of what we have allowed to be placed in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and again, it's weird to hear myself speak about it sometimes because coming from a day where every lyric that I took in and recited was either contrary to, let's say, the word, contrary to the Bible, or it was everything that it contained. There was never any type of in between. And so parenting in this day and age, trying to be mindful that, yes, there's a standard and a morale that you want to have instilled in your children.
Yeah.
But music, just like television, it has many negative qualities. However, if used correctly, and us as parents, where our job is to help them navigate Our job is to help them sidestep the potholes in the street of life. You feel me? You know, that's what our role is. So if we can do that correctly, now we're able to show them TV to help reiterate some of the tools that we're teaching. And this is why the programs back in the day was so powerful, where you seen the black father in the home playing a role. And then even on the other shows that it was like, you know, it's all white cast. Let's say Full House. You still had strong male figures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The dad role was needed. Now, single parent, a lot of times the mom doing everything she can do. Child is at home, like a situation me growing up. I'm in the crib solo dolo, 3 p.m. until, you know, everybody should be asleep because mom is going to work that shift. She doing what she got to do, right? So who's there to monitor what I'm listening to?
Right.
You know, and then based upon that and maybe some things, if we're talking about what you would be really subjected to spiritually, maybe some struggles that your family has, maybe some beliefs, non-beliefs, you whatever, however you want to say it. But now those lyrics have something to attach themselves to. And so if you're dealing with depression, you have a family history, whether it's suicide, pill popping, isolation,
Right.
and now you got a cat and you listening to some of these new songs. I'm so sad, and now you can't figure out why a cat depressed all the time, because that song by that artist was written with the intention of depression, because that is what they were consumed with, and that's what went forward.
Indeed. Man, we gonna run this break real quick.
Yeah,
so
for
we
sure.
can take up because we are putting out a lot. We'll be right back.
Have you ever been caught in a lie and needed a fast way out? Have no fear, cry no more is here. Organically made from real baby tears. Justice sprays will get those tear ducts flowing. May cause side effects like eyebrow removal. Loss of belly button. Toes falling off. Bad breath. Cry no more. Never be stranded again.
Man, I don't serve a guy that just want me to brag about past testimonies. All this tribulation coming against me, better know I'ma double down. Allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name of that boy Psalms. CT in the building. UP. You know what it is. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Going through it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Going through it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Going through it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Going through it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Well, I'm tired of waiting, I've been anticipating. I can hear them all instigate to be quiet. Satan, that's right, no hesitating. I know about being complacent. That's right. Now it's your will I'm chasing. The foundation of my basement. No more time wasting. Fear I'm standing adjacent. Holy Spirit got my placement. Facing that enemy, grabbing my saber. Get your weight up, I'm favored. On the ground, I hit the pay dirt. My path lay up at the maker. Forgiveness, any takers. I took a straight shots, no chasers. Breaking through the chambers, led by the savior. Savage behavior, hand tailored. I'm favored. That means that I'm major. That's why I gotta bust out the gate. Put my hood on the hover the break. Help me discover the way. From out the gutter display. Without further delay. I'm an obey so I don't fall prey. In a way, I'm gon' pass up the gate. Tell her pass away, help me communicate. How the blood washes sin away. Renew clean slate. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Gon' throw it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Gon' throw it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Gon' throw it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God for this. Come on. It's about time for this. Go ahead, look at my wrist. Gon' throw it up, I can't miss. Flowing with God. Understand, I just came down from the mountain, dipped in the fountain. My anticipation's mounted, compounded with all the blessings I'm counting. I was once drowning in a sea of agony. I must lost my sanity. Tragically, the enemy couldn't keep their hands on me. Didn't know the Lord had plans for me, he ants me. Every time I'm called out, gotta put my all out, ball out, till the enemy falls out. Drowned out by the talk coming out of my mouth. Seek him out, won't know till you find out. This is to show me, couldn't tell that to the old me. Dismiss me, one phony. Keep a small circle of homies, so when you roll up on me, know that it's the CTBOYC, worshiping the Almighty. I'm highly unlikely, but he chooses the unlikely. Just show the world what might be. Help me get back on track when I fall off slightly. On my knees nightly, with a nail print to the right thing, Spike Lee. Red ball, cat white tee, fitting nicely.
Yeah, we back up in this joint, man.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I was thinking about off break is one of the concepts that we've talked about a lot of times is feeding kids what's digestible.
Yeah.
So if you notice, one of the first things that a kid learns, is A, B, C, D, and, other things are built off of that. Kind of like when we described in the prior show where as a baby is eating, drinking milk, then they progress to a little bit of cereal, then, some mush baby food, and then they progress from there. We wouldn't give a 6-year-old a T-bone steak. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that it's undigestible to their brain, more or less their body. I mean, we can give it to them, but what effect does that have on them?
Right.
So as we're allowing our kids to ingest this music that's not for them, you can put filters on YouTube, and I'm praying that parents are. You can put filters on these devices to where if it's something that the system algorithm says is out of
that age
their
bracket,
age bracket,
for sure.
However,
Yeah,
you still have to watch some of the common everyday shows because it's a constant force feed.
Yeah.
Everything is force fed to them, whether it's violence, murder, cheating, abuse. Like it's being force fed in everything that we show them or allow them to watch. And we have to be that decipher. We have to be good stewards over our kids. Even if, let's take Grand Theft Auto, and I'll talk about me. I'm a gamer, so when Grand Theft Auto, the last one, came out, my son was like 4 or 5, and he got to the point to where he was noticing what's going on the screen. I stopped playing the game. I never played it again. He gets 12, 13, and he's like, I want to play Grand Theft Auto with my friends. Why? Do you understand what's going on? And do you understand that this is a game? Do you understand that this is not real life? Because now at this time, we have firearms in the house as well. Okay. We're going to the range and he sees us carrying them day in and day out.
Right.
So now you're asking to play this game that, they cuss, you can't filter down the chat in many ways. You can, but then it takes some of that experience away from him.
Correct.
So we're talking with him. Hey, every time we go to the range, every time you pull the trigger, every projectile that exits that muzzle
don't change forever.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice that you made to do it. Even throughout high school, he's getting ready to be a senior this year. We talk periodically. You good at school? Yeah. Are you sure? Is there anything that you need to tell me? Nah, Daddy, I'm cool. I'm giving you the opportunity, and I'm grilling him. Haven't seen any changes, but again, we've allowed him, based on how he has grown up, because he's seen the change in the music. Because for a period of about 12 years, we weren't listening to none but gospel and gospel rap, remix music on top of Ignition. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when they started hearing me listening to certain things, I still listen to a lot of old school. There's, some new school stuff that is like, all right, it's cool. But more importantly, I have to keep that open dialogue with my child. I have to make sure that I'm steering them in the right direction. I feel like a lot of the teen takeovers that's happening is parents not properly parenting their kids. Kids are getting together, fueled off music. Do y'all remember when Lil Jon first came out?
Yeah.
Where we was, it was a wild point in time in our life. And as soon as certain songs came on in the club erupted in violence.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Hey, you too near me not to hear me. Like, for real, bro.
That's real, right?
So, and now we were, young adults and grown folks fighting in the club
because of how the writer intended for the song to be used based on their emotions.
Yeah.
And if you're open, it's like a bridge or a highway. It's a vessel. Something that you said that reminded me, and it was very real when you touched on the whole, the gaming aspect. And so what I think really gaming taught, it taught a lack of reality, because now you started to see kids that with that particular game, you dry that mug off of a ramp. You know what I mean? You're just doing the most ridiculous things. You know what I'm saying? Run off of the Empire State Building and just
fly on a motorcycle.
Because what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Exactly. I can
just rejuvenate.
Yeah.
Right. And so then you started to see over the last 10, 15 years, as this game really grew in traction and popularity. So then what you started to see was kids doing the most ridiculous things in cars on the streets. Right. So I think it really taught this a level of false reality, that death isn't for certain. It's not a permanent thing, because you're constantly showing them, whether it's movies, whether it's TV, whether it's games.
Yeah.
And it's being talked about so recklessly through the music. So when you think about movies and you talk about the old school horror movies in the 80s, you wouldn't really see the killing scene. You would see the chick scream, the killer with the knife. They flash the camera, next scene she on the ground.
Hey,
and
do that scream again,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And she dead in the pool of ketchup, right? So then by the 90s, they started to show you the knife.
Faces of
You know
death.
what I'm saying? Penetrating.
Faces of death.
Yeah, and then it just grew and grew, and it was a IV drip of brutality. And so the more that this IV began to drip in your system, the more common it got, bro. And it got to the point to where it was acceptable. And so now you can have the most grotesque, gruesome, horrific murders that are in movies or even talked about in music, and nobody bats an eye because it's been slow drip.
Indeed.
And all of that is what's influenced them. So thoughts.
Man, I'm just amazed, man, that we as parents, we just haven't guarded our kids more.
Yeah.
It's like for the longest, our kids have been preyed upon in their minds, in their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I feel like that this is an extra way to groom, because if a young lady, a young girl 7 to 8 is singing a song, spend that cash, yada yada, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As she grows up into young teenhood, which is only a couple of years away, if nobody is curbing, reality, let's talk about it. If nobody is really curbing reality,
curbing her characteristic appetite.
Yes. Then it's like, okay, now by the time she's 16, 17, you can't tell her nothing.
Right.
Because for the last 8 to 10 years of her life, this persona has been, I can't wait till I get grown.
Yeah, you've been teaching them independence without teaching them how to survive, teaching them how to live and thrive.
Wait till I get grown. So I remember thinking that as a young kid, I can't wait to get grown. Been begging to go back.
You ain't never lied. To be able to stay up to 2 playing Nintendo.
You hear me?
Man.
I just really feel like, man, that as we allow our kids to go through this, and there's an episode of The Chi where 3 different young men from 3 different households with 3 different sets of parents, they're now at this community center. They out there, they doing wild stuff. So this is to curb them. They had a mentor, but when you kind of look at that, they got their phones taken because one parent saw their child watching porn, took the phone. So she encouraged, hey, in this little circle, let's take their phones. Oh, the kids scratched and kicked and moaned and did all this. And they said, but go be a kid.
Right.
Go play.
Right.
play some board games, go outside, you know, and they started to do that. So now they're seeing down the road a little bit. I don't necessarily need this other object to be attached to my hip because y'all, let's talk about it. 15, 20, 25 years ago, we were not this attached because we only had a flip phone that only called.
Man, I didn't even have that. When did you get your first cell? When did you get your first cell phone?
In the military, in the Army. So it was 90. Let's see. I graduated in 95, Korea 96, Fort Bragg 97 is when I got my first cell phone.
Okay.
But I was out the house on my own.
So you like 1920?
Yeah.
Okay. I think my first cell phone, I'm gonna realistically say I was like, I'm embarrassed. About 22, 23.
That ain't bad.
It is when you was working at Best Buy.
Because you're younger than me, so if you shave another year off, you still 18, 19. So
but I had that system though through there though. You couldn't call me once I left the crib, but you could hear it.
Hey, you hear me? But you know, the old phones, you know, they was a flip. You had to press A, B, C to land on C. If you missed C, you had to go back through it again.
Yeah.
It was making technology hard for us to keep us being, I feel like, human beings.
Grounded and rooted.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, grounded and rooted.
But soon as the internet, because remember, the internet back then was going to your store with Sprint on your cell phone to pay your bill. Yeah. That was the internet playing the little snake game.
Hey man, let me hit you with this. So, just me talking. Y'all don't cancel me. But we talking about music. musick, music. And what if this thing is real? Because we're creative. We're creating our own music. But I have a hard time believing that there came just a period in time that music was now going to be populated different than what it always had been. And what it always had been for us, love, the ability to overcome struggle and adversity, even from the TV shows that we grew up historically loving, Good Times, all of these.
Yeah. It
didn't matter how bad life was, we were going to overcome. These were the things that we sung in the fields. So at what point did death and destruction and violence and hate become introduced into our lives?
Wow.
So it's controlled now. Like you said, as technology continues to advance and evolve, the access and everything to it. Well, who's controlling that? So if I'm controlling that, then I also can control the narrative. And so the same way that there are no airplanes being landed. Man, we can drive whatever hood you want, whether I go back home and it's Tremont or Persian, whether I'm here and we out here in Thekla. It don't really
Persian.
Yeah, not St. Louis Persian.
But I grew up on Persian. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Persian was right behind me.
That's funny.
Yeah, Tremont Persian.
Anyway.
Y'all
gotta be there.
But there's no airplanes landing in the hood. There's no poppy fields in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So how did all of this get somewhere the same way that the narrative, I believe, that taught death and destruction from an internal sense? Because music is a leader and a controller. You get ready to wild out, you're going to throw on something to amp you up. You going through something, you're going to put on the spiritual. You are gospel. Exactly. You want to clean up, you give you some good feel good music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to clap. You know what I'm saying? Make hey, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? Shout out to the system. All I need. I'm still singing it, man.
Hey.
So, needless to say, and music is an influencer, and that's why I got a 6-year-old.
Heavy influencer, man.
Well,
yeah. Let's talk about it. Like, because and I feel like that inside, like we've always known it, but we've never tripped off of it in that sense.
I think we tripped off of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shoot, and now that we're bringing it up with our kids, because again, like you said, man, it's a mold of the drill music that has come about. And forgive me, I ain't want nobody looking for me,
right?
But I feel like drill music is like there's somebody just playing this chaotic beat and yelling over it. That's what I hear it as. And they yelling threats and they yelling. I mean, and again, it gets your
But yeah,
adrenaline
it's energy.
pumping. And
It's energy. But when you think about it, you know, if we're at the Circle City Classic and FAMU or you know one of the giants, you know, somebody's coming out there. I mean, and it's gonna go crazy. It's something. But again, you go back to the roots.
Kind of like they let you slide at a family reunion.
It does. It's these particular things. So it is a leader. It's gonna charge you up. It has a task and an agenda.
Indeed.
You know, so that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna run this last break real quick, man. We're gonna come back and so we've talked about what is done, how we perceive it. Let's talk about how we can prevent it. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I had to hold my head high. I had to let go my pride. I had some worries and some fears, but then I left it to God. Cause honestly, I feel it coming and I know it's my time. The ones that got all this, the ones that ain't got a pot. Imagine throwing a fit when you can be out that spot. You boys still touching on that stove when mama said it was hot. I had a dream, I woke up as king. I'm about to go take me a march. Get ready, get set on your mark. Let's go, I'm taking a start. And all of my dreams got down on my knees. I had to go pray to the Lord. Protect me cause I'm on a one. They hate that I'm not one of them. I had a dream, I woke up as king. I'm about to go take me a march. Get ready, get set on your mark. Let's go, I'm taking a start. And all of my dreams got down on my knees. I had to go pray to the Lord. Protect me cause I'm one of one. They hate that I'm not one of them. Mama, why they keep doubting me? Yeah, why they won't say they proud of me? Put blood, sweat, tears, my time to see. I'm on where all that honesty. Been feeling like Schmerz. Boys of the trenches, man, lady trying to get back to poverty. Gotta lift up the kids and send them to school. The trenches can't keep raising prodigy. That's what the knowledge be. Coming together, we gotta do good for the kids. Losing our nieces and nephews to nieces and nephews. Ernie Hearn trying to make it us men. Put down the guns and pick up some gloves and knuckle up, wobble like men. Tired of the fake thugs and fake drugs, only doing it for a trend. I had a dream, I woke up as king. I'm about
From
to
the
go
Mind
take
of
me a
Men,
march.
a 15-minute docuseries centered around the mind of everyday men, from hurt to trauma to relationships and kids. Mental health, mental anguish, and healing. Many men in our communities don't speak their truth, and this is a perfect opportunity to hear, learn, and grow together. Come take a ride with us. From the producers of the Life Be Lifin' podcast.
Yes, sir. And we back up on the scene. Hey, before we get back into the topic too deep, as you see, it says season finale. We got a lot coming y'all way, man. With the app launching, and don't forget the QR code up yonder. We have actually, where my phone at, bro? How many shows, man? We finna on board 6 shows, 7 shows. We got Mind the Women, Tears and Talk. We have
Ether Speaks.
In live in the living room. Shout out to Ollie.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to another Johnson.
Yep. What's his name? Devin.
I got him right here. We have Physique Formula with Devin Thompson. We've got Black Dragon Cooking. Ether Speaks.
Shout out Chef Jay.
From the Mind of Women. From the Mind of Men. We have Life Be Lifin' for Kids. Because there's a lot of things, again. So when we're talking about this and what do we do? How do you teach? How do we lead the narrative? Well, you have to create your own lane. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. So shout out one for everybody that's rocking with the Life Be Lifin' podcast as a format. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that is tapping in with Life Be Lifin' as a network. Shout out to Wave U55. You can catch us exclusively. Wave U55, the vibe where the vibes do not stop. Tell them they want to hear more of the Life Be Lifin' podcast. Indeed. Not to steal your thunder, bro. Ham. I just wanted to make sure to throw all of that in.
And so I got a little bit of light.
Yeah. Definitely with some popcorn.
But yeah, so we got a lot going on with the media, man. We jumped into the media scene. We've booked a major one. Mm-hmm. We like to do soft openings, restaurants, artists just up and coming. You know, hey, get with us. So as we get back on the topic, man, as we're talking about media on our app, we're going to have music videos and also music just maybe with some visualizers or whatnot. Our music, man, it's got to be somewhat progressive. We understand that, you know, some people got to say a couple of words to get their point across, and we all right with that. But it can't just be bang, shoot, be this, H that. We not going to support that, y'all.
Yeah.
So we just want to let y'all know.
Yeah.
But it goes into mind because how can we support that when we're sitting here doing a show like this where we're speaking against it?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So as we sliding back into the topic on our way out the door, man, we really have to keep in mind how advanced these kids already are. It feels like that children come out the womb and by 2 months they able to hold a tablet and reject calls already.
These
like,
are facts.
Yeah. And I feel like because a lot of this, you know, we still evolve over time as something becomes so ritual, something that we do every day. We, in our bloodline, in our being, in our spiritual, we are passing it on to the next generation. This violence, everything that's going on, y'all, parents, where are we at? Because these kids calling Ubers and being out the house at ungodly times, and look, I understand that some parents are working, some parents are one-parent households, but again, you got to have a designee in place, y'all. Because the way I see the system flipping, it's going to start charging you as parents, which is messing up your pay that you need to put gas in the car, that you need to get to your job. So let's talk about it. I feel like another thing is that sometimes we feel like we say our kids are out of control. As a parent, there is no way that a child that you are raising, clothing, feeding, buying games, buying the latest shoes for is out of control. Stop creating the monster. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, well, if I don't get them the new shoes, they gonna be unhappy. So what? Unhappiness builds character. Man, these kids, I told my son, you do not know how good you have it. You had your own room. See, I come from an era to where we had a TV in the living room. And when that floor model broke, we had a TV sitting on top of that TV. So everybody had to watch the same thing. I was almost grown before I got my first TV to myself. Access. Mama knew. I talked to my son, do not leave the TV on when you go to sleep. Hey, they subconscious. So if we've already talked about it, I'm going to reiterate that the mind does not fully develop until the age of 25. Right? And I'm allowing my child to ingest this with no repercussions, no talk downs, no sit downs, no I'm going to tell your daddies, no punishments, no redirecting. So by the time they hit their 21s, 22 with no direction, where are they headed?
Yep.
But it's all on us as parents. Go ahead, Brody.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the way we steer. So, you know, you talked about the whole recap was what this music thing is. We even went so far to talk about the creation of it as far as when the writers are writing the impacts, but how do we kind of change things? And so music has been used since the beginning of time to influence and persuade. So by the same manner, realizing that it is a teacher, like you mentioned, the ABC in the rhythmic form, it's a teacher. Well, we want to create music and create a platform for people. So one, shout out Higher Frequency Music. That was created specifically to help change course of action. And no, higher frequency isn't everything that is just relative to a Christian artist, but let's talk about some things that can help guide and instill certain values. Even if you don't believe in whether it's, I won't even just say Christianity, whatever religion that your household would believe.
Being a good person.
Exactly. The morality aspect. You know what I'm saying? So let's teach morale. That's what this thing is meant to do. Let's guide them in a particular manner to where we're saying, look, I want to give you certain things. And so I'm even for music. Give them the watered down version.
Yeah.
Give them the edited version.
Kids bop.
Exactly. and just talk about that. It's important that they get it inside the house so that you can have a conversation they can be better prepared for outside the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you trying to run your crib so tight. Nah, we don't listen to that. Nah, you can't listen to this. Well, guess what? If you really think all they listening to is Yolanda Adams, You dig? And you thinking that they really leaving
Come
out
on,
this
man.
crib with that skirt down to their ankles? You crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the difference is because you sent them out into a world that is geared for war.
Yeah.
And you sent somebody off to war without any type of basic physical training,
Hey, that's
basic combat skills,
deep, bro.
and no weapon whatsoever. You sent them out there completely unarmed.
Them bars, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And so then when life
Golly.
shoots them up, when life assassinates them, and they're caught up because of drugs, they're caught up because of street life. Don't be mad at them because they doing 25 now. You let them listen to whatever. You weren't worried about it because the music you listened to told you to lay your body down.
You heard me?
You know what I'm saying? So you had them. You wasn't trying to parent. You just wanted the freak of that moment. You wasn't ready for the responsibilities. So you let life raise your kids. You let, like we said, the microwave raise them. You ain't cook. All they know is banquet meals. You feel me?
Hungry man.
Ramen noodles.
Salisbury steak.
Ramen, wonder why they stomach messed up by 9, 10 years old. Teeth growing every which way, but the way coming down out their mouth because you ain't feed them nothing to promote nothing for their body. So then, because you always gone, guess who wants to step in and do something for them? The streets. Bet. So the streets raise them. You're not even taking care of the basic needs.
Yeah.
Little cat can't even get his hair cut. I'll take care of you. And now you mad you can't get him back from the streets.
Yeah.
So I say that all this to say, you want to make the impact, you control the source that's giving it to them. And you also at that point can control the dosage because when we talking about music, that's the very thing that's happening to us. They slow dripping it. It's the IV into our communities, into our children, into even us as parents, the media, everything that we own, and it's creating a negative narrative. And I know I did a whole lot of talking, but at the end of the day, we're here to talk about it.
Indeed.
That's me.
Hey, I'm gonna make mine real simple,
Hit
man. So you are what you eat. As the word tells us, protect our gates. We got eye gates. There are certain things that we're not supposed to see. So, but society is steady putting this in front of us, to where we got dead people on the internet, video of it. You know what I'm saying? Or the act of killing them. We got to be careful what we hear. And that comes down to the music, because if we not rightly dividing what's right and wrong and just letting our families hear anything, especially us men, then we setting them up for failure. It's kind of like that other gate, what you eat. So if I'm eating Twinkies and ho-hos and bonbons and pints of ice cream and drinking soda, I'm eating filth all the time. At some point, my body is going to show, you know what I'm saying, that I'm been eating filth. I'm gonna be 600-700 pounds, gotta be cut out my house. But it's the same thing mentally and spiritually with the food. You know what I'm saying? With the music. If all you're listening to is filth, 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 then what do you think your mind is going to translate into? Hey, look, y'all. See, I'm just saying, man. I'm not even saying nobody, but I'm telling the truth, because it's just like all we listening to is garbage. I'm gonna cut this dude mic. It's just like if we only eat garbage, man. Let's go, man. This dude. Hey, cause life. But no, before we go there, so we don't cut us too short, man. We appreciate y'all. Like from the pit of our heart, man, just the support, just meeting the need, taking us along our path. Y'all go see, man.
Believing in us.
Yeah, believing in us.
Supporting in us. And even the folks that don't believe, that is still not welcome, but it's appreciated.
Yeah.
It's appreciated. Understandable.
We understand, but as everything is moving, again with the app, you'll see that exclusive stuff. So as we're bringing on other shows now, Life Be Life and anything produced by us is going to be strictly here.
Yeah.
As we bring on other shows, they do have their own collective creative freedom, but we will showcase them as well. Anything you want to say, bro?
Yeah, that's
y'all
it.
Want to hear from us to October.
That's it. So basically, if you out there, artists, rappers, singers, other podcasters, comedians, chefs that are looking for their own shows, you're a teacher and you're looking for if you tired of everybody else all in your videos, dancing, stealing your royalties, putting everything on their channel, come over to the network.
Hey, come be a lifer. Come on over to Life Row. Because life is going to keep on lifing, and we're going to be here to talk about it. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J, a.k.a. Wave Newton. Still in the building like I ain't never left. It feels so good.
Life gon' be life, okay. 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 Life gon' be life, okay.
We talking life. 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 We talking life.
Season 7, you ready?